With the Christmas break over for the Toronto Maple Leafs, the informal second half of the season begins. And it starts with, well, wasn't the prettiest game out there for the Leafs last night, but a win is a win, and they win it in overtime. 5-4, they win the overtime game, and it didn't have to come on a power play. It was a straight 3-on-3, and they win it 5-4 in St. Louis. And with the win, the Leafs now cracked the 50-point mark on the season and are now 22-7-6 on the year. So the great stretch of hockey continues for this hockey club as they continue the win streak as well. And just a lot of great things tonight. Now, the one question mark is Ilya Samsonov, as, you know, his positioning just all over the place last night. He was battling all night long, did make some big saves, but a couple of the goals where you're like, that's pretty ugly. And in the first period, the Leafs do get on the board first, however, 3 minutes into the game. Austin Matthews gives the puck back to Mark Giordano at the point. Matthews goes right in front of the net. It's fired on by Gio. It goes off the post with a nice screen by Austin Matthews. And it was off the post and right to the tape of Justin Holl. And he buries it to give the Leafs a 1-0 lead, 3:08 into the first period. Great stuff there. 4 minutes after that, though, I believe it was Logan Brown. I can't remember who it was. Logan Brown who bought the puck in front of the net. It's kind of a scramble in front. It's back to the point to Calle Rosen. Yeah, former Leaf Calle Rosen. And he fires it on and scores to tie the game at 1. And if you watch the replay, you're thinking, okay, once the shot goes, what the hell is Samsonov? Why is he like down and out? Positioning wasn't there, didn't know where the puck was. He was kind of lying down. It was not a pretty effort from Samsonov. Not a good positional save, or at least an attempt at a save. And we're tied at 1. That goal is at 7:34 of the first period. We go to the latter half of the first. Marner doing Mitch Marner things. Around the red line, stops on a dime, loses defender, finds John Tavares, who moves. He likes to stand right in the slot, but he moves over to more or less the circle, gets the puck, and doesn't think too much, turns, rips it past Jordan Binnington. A really bad defensive play by Jordan Kyrou. I don't know what was it Kyrou Robert Thomas? One of the two. I don't know what they were doing. Either way, JT's got the goal. He gets off the schneid a little bit. Marner and Järnkrok grab assists on that goal in 19:03 in the final minute of the first period. And the Leafs have a 2-1 lead after 1 period of play. Shots on goal were actually 11-5 in favor of St. Louis, but that doesn't matter because it's 2-1 Leafs. In the second period, they get a power play, and we're like, oh, God, are they going to tie this game up? That's tough. Well, the Leafs actually get some offensive zone time. Yeah, I didn't think I'd be seeing that very much. Järnkrok has the puck by, if you're facing the nets, the left side of the net, around the red line, below the red line. And Giordano's at the point. He goes off for a line change. On comes Timothy Liljegren, and obviously Järnkrok sees that, puts it back to Liljegren at the point. He fires it on quickly just to get the puck on the net. Kerfoot looks for the tip. He can't get it, but Järnkrok's crashing the net. He ends up just passing it in front to Kerfoot, and it's a wide open cage as Kerfoot just taps it into the cage. The Leafs were shorthanded on this play. They dominated a little bit of zone time there on the PK and got a goal out of it, a shorthanded goal from Kerfoot. Järnkrok and Liljegren grab assists in the goal at 5:26 of the second period. The Leafs got a 3-1 lead here. They're feeling great right now. 2-goal advantage on the road. Great stuff. Well, then Ryan O'Reilly comes down about a couple minutes after that, and Justin Holl backs up a little too far, kind of makes himself irrelevant in that play. And Billy like, what are you talking about? Maybe he's going to block the shot. No, not from that angle. He ain't blocking a shot. From that angle, Justin Holl has to be up closer to his defender and get that stick in there to actually make it useful. He was back way too far, so the stick wasn't even in reach of Ryan O'Reilly. So he toe drags it a little bit, kind of an Austin Matthews type wrister, where he pulls it back a little bit and just rips a glove side on Samsonov. His glove seemed a little low for my liking, so it was just kind of a gaping hole up there. Either way, Ryan O'Reilly buries it, and they got a 3-2, or Leafs got a 3-2 lead now. And then Justin Falk on the power play winds up one-timer slap shot, and I'm like, look, as much as a big shot from the point, I get there's no screen in front. That puck shouldn't be going in if you're Ilya Samsonov. And it's not like it went bar down or, he was it was a one-timer. It was just too quick for him. No, he was there. It just beat him underneath the arm. And as a goaltender, you hear it all the time on broadcast. it can't go through you. And that's exactly what it did there. And we're tied at 3 now. Right? But late in the period, and that goal was at 9:30. It was about halfway through the game, midway through the period. With about 5 minutes to go, Pontus Holmberg's crashing the net, and I love the take from Holmberg, right? Not trying to just get a little shot and then peel off. No, he attacks the net, uses his body, forces his way to the front of the net. It doesn't actually get on the net, but it goes wide. But who's there to pick up the puck right behind the red line? Calle Jarnkrok, and he pulls it right back to front of the net and buries it. But it was like going right along the line, and then it just like peeled into the net to give the Leafs a 4-3 lead there. Jarnkrok's got his third point of the night, his first goal of the night. Holmberg and Engvall grab assists in the goal at 15-16. Don't you love these goals, Leaf fans? You have a goal from Justin Hall, Kerfoot, Jarnkrok. This is beautiful. Yeah, JT scored one, but that's one of the core 4. I like the other guys getting in on some action. And in the second period, Leafs outshot them 17-11 and outscored them. Actually, no, it was even 2 apiece in the period. So we go to the third period, and Jordan Kyrou, 5 minutes in, I believe it was a power play goal. I didn't write that down, but let me just check real quick. I believe it was a power play goal. And he was along the half boards. Oh, no, it wasn't a power play goal, excuse me. He was along the half boards, and Samsonov he's kind of looking around, guys. Great shot from Kyrou. Beat him over the glove, short side, as he's trying to fight through the screen. And we're tied at 4. That goal was at 5:13 of the third period. And as a Leaf fan, I'm thinking here, look, first game after the break, just get me a point. And they did. They got that point. They get to the end of the third period. Shots on goal were 11-10 in favor of the Leafs in that third period. And we, at the very least, have a point in this game. And in overtime, Sheldon Keefe does what we've seen a couple times now. It didn't really get a chance to work in the last game when we had the power play. Because I think, who was it got the high stick? I think who was it? They got high sticked off the draw. David Kampf took the face off. Sandin got the highest thing, I believe it was, in the face. So you get the power play, score on the power play, you can't really see what happens. But then David Kampf starts again on this 3-on-3, and nothing really happens. They do a really nice job defensively, holding them tight, right? Then after a little bit, Austin Matthews comes on. He has some glorious chances. I think he missed the net wide on one. It was a golden chance. And then TJ Brody, near the end of the shift, where it looks like he's going to go off for a change. I think it was Timothy Liljegren who fires the puck up down the center of the ice to TJ Brody, who catches them off guard because they think he's going for a line change. Meanwhile, he's got a breakaway. Jordan Kyrou comes back and basically just jumps on the guy, really, and hauls him down. And we got a penalty shot. We got a penalty shot in overtime, and it's TJ flipping Brody. I mean, wouldn't it be a story to have him to score a penalty shot OT winner? It'd be hilarious. He actually doesn't make a bad move on Jordan Binnington, but it looked pretty easy from Jordan Binnington's standpoint to make that save, and it is what it is, and we move on. They end up getting possession in the Leafs' end with about a minute to play in OT, and for me, I noticed right away Tarasenko was in trouble because he had nobody behind him, and Nylander was kind of coming at him a little bit, right? But then Tarasenko started skating back towards his blue line. And we all know Tarasenko's got a hell of a shot, but if a guy like that is skating towards his own end, there's a problem there. And Nylander saw that, smelt the trouble, got all up in his grill, lifted the stick, took the puck, banked it off the boards, outskated Tarasenko, gets on the breakaway, a little fake shot with the forehand, goes to the backhand, roofs it, beats Jordan Binnington for the overtime winner, and the Leafs win it 5-4. Willy Nylander getting it done. Goal number, I think, 21 on the season for him, picking up point number 2 on the night for the team, and point number 50 on the season for the Toronto Maple Leafs as they win it 5-4 in overtime against the St. Louis Blues. Nylander's goal was unassisted on that play at 4:03, so with 57 seconds left, he gets the overtime winner. I was so scared for a shootout. I never want to see those things, so I'm happy it didn't happen last night. Stats for the game: Samsonov, 4 goals on 34 shots. Again, the numbers, not great, and if you watch the game, how many times was he down and out of a play and they missed the net, or, just they shoot it right at him. One play, he made a really nice glove save, sliding across, but how did he get to that play? Well, he baited on the slap pass, and he was so far out of the net that he had to almost dive across to make the stop. Really nice save. Shouldn't have been that difficult. And then you look at, obviously, the goals, and a couple of them were kind of stinkers, right? The slap shot from Falk, the first one by Calle Rosen, he's like lying down way out of the play, right? Those are ones you look at, and that is why, for me personally, I've loved Samsonov, his play this year. Don't get me wrong. But Matt Murray, I have so much more confidence in because he is a positionally sound goaltender. He's always going to be in the right position to make the save. And yeah, there's going to be some tough ones that go through him and whatnot. But if you're in the right position, more often than not, you're going to make the save. And last night, Samsonov wasn't. Not saying he can't do it, because we've seen that he can do it. But you want to see him find himself again. And that's the thing in his young career. That's why Leaf fans, including myself, haven't got too excited with the whole Samsonov stuff, because we saw the beginning numbers of his seasons with the Capitals and how they were great in the first month or two, but then after that, they plummeted into an abyss. So we're just kind of waiting on Samsonov. I think there's no question about it. Thursday in Arizona, you're going to see Matt Murray get the start. And unless he, health, I don't know why he got the start last night, did Samsonov, but it is what it is. Assuming Matt Murray's going to get that start on Thursday against Arizona. Key players of the game, Calle Jarnkrok had a goal and 2 assists, a 3-point night for him. Really good day in the office for Calle Jarnkrok. And obviously shots on goal for the Leafs in the overtime were 4-2. And for the game, Leafs outshot the St. Louis Blues 37-34. So overall, a very even contest. Special teams-wise, we were 0 for 2 on our power plays, but scored a shorthanded goal, and they were 1 for 4 on their power play. So I'd say that really cancels it out, the shorty and the power play goal. But in the end, they get the W. We move on. And they got 2 road games before they come back home, I believe, to face the St. Louis Blues again. Their next game is in Arizona. We all know the story about the Arizona Coyotes and the Toronto Maple Leafs and how usually stinkers happen between these two teams. Or at least for the Leafs. We haven't beat Arizona, I think, in forever. At least it feels like it. And that's happening on Thursday in Arizona at 9 o'clock. And then I believe on Saturday we play Colorado at home at 7. So there's the 2 road games before you come back home and take on St. Louis. So there's your 3... I don't know if that sounded like anything. Hit the microphone. So that's the next 3-game stretch for the Toronto Maple Leafs, hoping to continue to build on these winning ways. Obviously, it's regular season stuff, but it's continue to build. And shout out to the Leafs and shout out to Austin Matthews for the defensive plays in overtime to really not allow anything crazy on Ilya Samsonov in OT. Really nice job there. All right, so you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and enjoyed the game last night, smack that like button. Do appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button. You guys not already comment down below your thoughts on the video, your thoughts on the game. Would you like, would you not like from last night's game for the Toronto Maple Leafs? See Twitter and Instagram links are down in the description. So follow up, send me a DM to guys. Do all that great stuff. The Discord link is down below as well. So go talk on there. And I will talk to you guys Raptors edition Thursday. They play a back-to-back. So it's Thursday against the Memphis Grizzlies at Scotiabank Arena at 7:30. And as for the Leafs, they're back in action on Thursday as well. 9 p.m. puck drop in Arizona, taking on the Coyotes at 9 o'clock. All right, so thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the game last night. We'll talk to you guys then.